Hello, English learners. Welcome back to Talk English Now. I'm Sarah, and today we're going to talk about 100 useful phrases that you can use in your daily conversations. Phrases that will make your English sound natural, confident, and connected to real life. Let's start with something simple. Imagine you walk into a room and want to greet someone. Instead of always saying hello, you can say, "Hey, how's it going?" Repeat after me with a little pause so you can practice. "Hey, how's it going?" Good. This is a friendly way to start a conversation, often used between friends or people you know. Now, if you're meeting someone for the first time, you might want to sound polite and clear. In that case, you can say, "Nice to meet you." Let's practice together. Nice to meet you. Perfect. You'll hear this phrase in almost every introduction. It's short, simple, but powerful because it shows politeness and warmth. When someone asks you, "How are you?" you don't always need to say, "I'm fine, thank you." That can sound a little robotic. Instead, try saying, "I'm doing well, thanks. How about you?" Repeat after me. "I'm doing well, thanks. How about you?" Notice how natural that feels. You answer, and then you keep the conversation going by showing interest in the other person. Let's move into everyday situations. Picture yourself in a cafe ordering coffee. Instead of just saying coffee, you can say, "Could I get a coffee, please?" Repeat after me. "Could I get a coffee, please?" This is polite, clear, and exactly how native speakers order in real life. The words, "could I get," make the request softer, less direct, and more polite. If you want to make your order sound even friendlier, you can add, "I'd like." For example, "I'd like a latte, please." Repeat that now. "I'd like a latte, please." Excellent. These small details make your English smoother and more natural. Now imagine you're shopping and you want to ask about prices. Instead of only pointing and saying price, you can say, "How much is this?" Try it with me. How much is this? Or, if you're holding something specific, you can say, "Excuse me, how much does this cost?" Repeat. How much does this cost? These are everyday phrases you'll use again and again. Let's practice a short conversation together. I'll guide you. Imagine you are in a store. You ask, "Excuse me, how much is this shirt?" Now I, the shop assistant, reply, "It's $20. Then you can say, "Okay, I'll take it. Thank you." That little exchange already feels like real life, doesn't it? This is what we'll do again and again in this lesson, taking phrases and putting them in real context. Let's move on to making plans. When you want to meet someone, you can say, "Do you want to grab lunch?" Repeat that after me. Do you want to grab lunch? Here, grab is informal, but it's a very natural way of suggesting to eat together. If you want to sound a little more polite, you can say, "Would you like to have lunch together?" Try that now. Would you like to have lunch together? Both are correct. The first is casual, the second is more formal. If you want to accept the plan, you can say, "Sounds good." Repeat after me. Sounds good. Or you can say, "That works for me." Try it. That works for me. These little phrases make your English sound flexible and natural just like how friends talk when making plans. Now let's look at small talk, those everyday conversations that make connections stronger. One of the most common small talk topics is the weather. You might hear someone say, "It's really hot today, isn't it?" Repeat after me. "It's really hot today, isn't it?" This little "isn't it?" at the end is a tag question, and it's a great way to invite the other person to respond. You can also start small talk by asking, "Did you have a good weekend?" Repeat that now. "Did you have a good weekend?" This is friendly, shows interest, and can easily lead to more conversation. If someone asks you the same, you can reply, "Yes, it was great, thanks. How about yours?" Try it with me. "Yes, it was great, thanks. How about yours?" Let's do a short role-play practice together. I'll give you both sides of the conversation so you can repeat. Person A: "Hey, how's it going?" Person B: "I'm doing well, thanks. How about you?" Person A: "Pretty good. Did you have a good weekend?" Person B: "Yes, it was great, thanks. How about yours?" Person A: "It was nice. The weather was perfect." Notice how smooth that sounds when you practice it step by step. Now let's imagine being polite in public places. If you need someone's attention, don't just say, "Hey." Instead, you can say, "Excuse me." Repeat after me. "Excuse me." This phrase works almost everywhere, on the street, in a store, at a restaurant. If someone helps you, always say, "Thank you so much." Repeat, "Thank you so much." And if you want to be extra polite, you can add, "I really appreciate it." Practice that. I really appreciate it. Sometimes you'll need to apologize. Instead of only saying, "Sorry," you can say, "I'm sorry about that." Repeat, "I'm sorry about that." Or, in a stronger situation, you can say, "I apologize for the mistake." Repeat after me. I apologize for the mistake. These phrases show sincerity and respect, which is very important in polite English communication. And don't forget, after someone thanks you, you can respond naturally with, "You're welcome." Repeat it now. "You're welcome." Or you can make it sound warmer by saying, "No problem at all." Try that one. No problem at all. These small differences make you sound more like a native speaker, relaxed and natural in daily life. So far, you've already practiced greetings, small talk, making plans, shopping, ordering food, and polite phrases. That's already a strong foundation for daily conversation. And the best part is, these phrases repeat again and again in real life, so you'll always find opportunities to use them. Remember, don't just listen passively. Repeat, practice, and imagine yourself using these phrases in your own daily life. Picture yourself at a cafe or with friends or asking for help in a store. The more you imagine these situations, the faster the phrases become natural in your mind. Now let's continue with more everyday English phrases that you'll use in real conversations. Remember, the key is not just to memorize the words, but to feel how they fit naturally in situations. So as we go through these, I'll guide you with practice, and you'll repeat them out loud with me. Imagine you're meeting a friend after a long time. Instead of just saying hello, you might say, "It's so good to see you again." Repeat after me. It's so good to see you again. Notice how warm and friendly it sounds. It's a phrase that shows happiness and closeness. If you want to make it even simpler, you can say, "Great to see you." Repeat that now. Great to see you. Both are very common in everyday English. Sometimes conversations start with questions about your day. Instead of always saying, "I'm fine," try this. "I've been busy, but I'm doing well." Repeat after me. "I've been busy, but I'm doing well." This adds more information and sounds more natural. Another variation could be, "I've had a good day so far." Repeat. "I've had a good day so far." These little details keep the conversation alive and interesting. Now, let's talk about asking for directions. This is a very useful skill in English, especially if you're traveling or in a new city. If you need help, you can say, "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the train station?" Repeat that now. "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the train station?" This is polite and clear. Another option is, "Do you know where the nearest bus stop is?" Repeat with me. "Do you know where the nearest bus stop is?" Perfect. These questions are extremely practical and make you sound polite at the same time. Now imagine someone gives you directions. A natural way to respond is, "Thank you, that's really helpful." Repeat after me, "Thank you, that's really helpful." Or you can say, "Thanks, I really appreciate it." Practice it now. "Thanks, I really appreciate it." These responses make you sound kind and appreciative, which always leaves a good impression. Let's move into restaurant conversations. When you sit down at a table, the waiter might ask, "Are you ready to order?" You can answer with, "Yes, I'll have the chicken, please." Repeat after me. "Yes, I'll have the chicken, please." The phrase, "I'll have," is a natural way to order food in English. Another option is, "Can I get the pasta, please?" Repeat that now. "Can I get the pasta, please?" Both are polite and sound exactly like what native speakers say. When you need more time, you can simply say, "Could we have a few more minutes, please?" Repo. Eat with me. "Could we have a few more minutes, please?" That way you sound polite and respectful to the waiter, and when you finish your meal, you can say, "Could we have the check, please?" Repeat after me. "Could we have the check, please?" In American English, we say check, while in British English, people usually say bill. So if you're in the UK, you might say, "Could we have the bill, please?" Now let's practice some polite conversation at work. Imagine a colleague helps you with something. You can say, "Thanks for your help with that." Repeat after me. "Thanks for your help with that." Or if someone gives you useful information, you can say, "That's great. Thank you." Practice that now. "That's great. Thank you." These little phrases make your work interactions smoother and more professional. When you want to ask for help at work, you can say, "Could you give me a hand with this?" Repeat after me. "Could you give me a hand with this?" That's a very natural way to ask for assistance. Or you might say, "I'd appreciate your advice on this." Repeat that now. "I'd appreciate your advice on this." These phrases are polite, professional, and easy to use. Now let's add some phrases for expressing opinions. If someone asks you what you think, instead of just saying, I think so, you can say, in my opinion, that's a good idea. Repeat with me. In my opinion, that's a good idea. Or you can say, I believe that will work well. Repeat after me. I believe that will work well. These expressions make you sound confident and thoughtful in conversations. Sometimes you might want to disagree politely. Instead of saying, no, you're wrong, try saying, I see your point, but I think. Repeat that now. I see your point, but I think. Or you can say, that's interesting, but have you considered? Repeat after me. That's interesting, but have you considered? These phrases let you disagree without sounding rude, which is very important in polite English communication. Now, let's switch to casual social conversations again. If you're enjoying something, you can say, this is really fun. Repeat after me. This is really fun. Or, I'm having a great time. Try that now. I'm having a great time. These are common phrases when you're at a party, an event, or just spending time with friends. If someone tells you good news, you can respond with, that's awesome. Repeat after me. That's awesome. Or you can say, I'm so happy for you. Repeat, I'm so happy for you. These phrases show positive emotion and make the other person feel good. That's what real communication is about, connecting emotionally with people, not just sharing information. Sometimes you might hear bad news. In that case, you can respond with, I'm really sorry to hear that. Repeat after me. I'm really sorry to hear that. Or you can say, that must be difficult for you. Repeat, that must be difficult for you. These phrases show empathy, which is just as important as vocabulary. When you use them, you show kindness and care in your communication. Now, let's do a mini practice round. I'll give you a short dialogue and you'll repeat both parts. Imagine you're meeting a friend. You say, hey, how's it going? They say, pretty good. How about you? You answer, I've been busy, but I'm doing well. They say, glad to hear that. You reply, it's so good to see you again. Doesn't that sound natural? That's the kind of conversation you can have after practicing these phrases. Before we continue with more useful expressions, let me remind you, if you're enjoying this lesson, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more daily English practice. It really helps us keep making these lessons for you, and it makes sure you don't miss the next one. All right, let's keep going. Now let's move into travel situations. If you're at the airport, you might need to ask, where is the check-in counter? Repeat after me. Where is the check-in counter? Or you can say, how do I get to gate 12? Repeat. How do I get to gate 12? These phrases are short, clear, and will be understood easily by airport staff. When you're on a plane, you can ask the flight attendant, excuse me, could I have some water, please? Repeat after me. Excuse me, could I have some water, please? Or you might say, could I have a blanket, please? Practice that now. Could I have a blanket, please? These are everyday phrases that travelers use constantly, so they're worth remembering. If you're staying at a hotel, you might need to ask questions like, what time is checkout? Repeat with me. What time is checkout? Or, Could I get an extra towel, please? Repeat after me. Could I get an extra towel, please? These are polite and practical, and when you're leaving, you can say, "Thank you for your hospitality." Repeat that now. Thank you for your hospitality. It's a kind phrase that shows respect and appreciation. You're probably noticing that the structure of these phrases is simple, but the way you say them makes all the difference. By practicing them in different contexts, work, social life, travel, you're training your brain to recall them automatically when you need them. That's how fluency is built. Not by memorizing long lists, but by practicing small, powerful phrases that repeat in real life. Let's keep moving forward with more phrases you'll hear and use in real conversations every single day. Remember, fluency comes from practice, not from speed. So take your time, repeat after me, and imagine yourself in these real-life situations as you learn. Now, let's think about being at home with friends or family. If someone comes to visit, a natural way to welcome them is, "Come on in, make yourself at home." Repeat after me. Come on in, make yourself at home. This is a warm and friendly phrase, and it makes people feel comfortable. Another option is, "Please have a seat." Practice that now. Please have a seat. These small phrases help you sound kind and welcoming. When offering something to drink, you might say, "Would you like some water?" Repeat with me. Would you like some water? Or you can make it more casual by saying, "Do you want something to drink?" Repeat after me. Do you want something to drink? These are phrases you can use again and again when you host people in your home. Let's practice polite ways of asking for something. Instead of just saying, "Give me the book," you can say, "Could you pass me the book, please?" Repeat after me. Could you pass me the book, please? That little "could you" makes it softer and more polite. Another example is, "Would you mind closing the window?" Try it now. Would you mind closing the window? These phrases sound natural and respectful. Now imagine you're at school or in class. You might want to ask "Hey teacher, could you explain that again, please?" Repeat after me. Could you explain that again, please? Or, "I didn't quite catch that. Could you repeat it?" Repeat with me. "I didn't quite catch that. Could you repeat it?" These phrases are helpful not just in classrooms but also in meetings or any time you need someone to repeat something clearly. If you want to check your understanding, you can say, "So what you're saying is..." Repeat after me. "So what you're saying is..." This phrase helps you repeat back what you heard and confirm it's correct. Another useful phrase is, "Just to be clear, you mean..." Repeat that now. Just to be clear, you mean. These are excellent for making sure you fully understand before continuing the conversation. Now let's look at phrases for showing agreement. If someone shares an idea you like, you can say, "Exactly." Repeat after me. Exactly. Or, "That's right." Try it now. That's right. These short responses are very common in English conversations. Another friendly one is, "I couldn't agree more." Repeat with me. I couldn't agree more. These are simple but powerful ways to connect with the other person, but sometimes you may not agree. We practiced polite disagreement before, but let's add another. You can say, I see it a little differently. Repeat after me. I see it a little differently. Or you might say, I'm not sure I agree with that. Repeat that now. I'm not sure I agree with that. These phrases are polite ways to express your own view without creating conflict. Let's switch to casual, everyday chatting. Imagine you're talking with a friend and want to ask about their work. You can say, how's work going? Repeat after me. How's work going? Or, are you busy these days? Repeat with me. Are you busy these days? These questions are simple, but they show interest in the other person's life. When someone asks you about your work, you can respond naturally with, it's going well, thanks. Repeat after me, it's going well, thanks. Or, it's been a little stressful, but I'm managing. Practice that now. It's been a little stressful, but I'm managing. These answers sound more natural than only saying fine or okay. Now let's add some phrases for everyday problems. If you're running late, you can say, sorry, I'm on my way. Repeat with me. Sorry, I'm on my way. Or you can say, I'm running a little late, but I'll be there soon. Repeat after me. I'm running a little late, but I'll be there soon. These phrases are practical for text messages or quick phone calls. If something goes wrong, you can use phrases like, something came up. Repeat that now. Something came up. This is a polite way to explain that an unexpected problem happened. Another option is, I had to deal with something urgent. Repeat after me. I had to deal with something urgent. These are useful when you need to cancel or explain being late without going into too many details. Now, let's practice social invitations. If you want to invite a friend, you can say, do you want to hang out this weekend? Repeat after me. Do you want to hang out this weekend? Or, would you like to come over for dinner? Try that now. Would you like to come over for dinner? These invitations are warm and friendly, and they're exactly how native speakers talk. When accepting an invitation, you can say, that sounds great. Repeat after me. That sounds great. Or, I'd love to. Try that now. I'd love to. And if you need to decline politely, you can say, I'm sorry, I can't this time. Repeat with me. I'm sorry, I can't this time. Or, maybe another time. Repeat that now. Maybe another time. This way, you stay polite and keep the door open for future plans. Now, let's move into phone conversations. When you answer the phone, instead of just saying hello, you can say, hi, this is Sarah. Repeat after me. Hi, this is Sarah. This makes it clear who you are. If you need to ask for someone, you can say, may I speak to John, please? Repeat with me. May I speak to John, please? That's polite and professional. If you're the one receiving the request and the person is not available, you can say, I'm afraid he's not available right now. Repeat after me. I'm afraid he's not available right now. Or, could I take a message for you? Try it now. Could I take a message for you? These are phrases you'll often hear in business phone calls. Sometimes you'll need to ask someone to wait on the phone. In that case, you can say, could you hold on a moment, please? Repeat after me. Could you hold on a moment, please? Or simply, just a moment, please. Repeat that now. Just a moment, please. These are polite ways to keep the conversation smooth, even if there's a delay. Now let's practice a little mini phone dialogue together. You say, "Hi, this is Alex. May I speak to Sarah, please?" The other person replies, "I'm afraid she's not available right now. Would you like to leave a message?" You answer, "Yes, please tell her I called. Thank you." That short exchange already feels natural, doesn't it? With practice, it becomes automatic. Let's add a few phrases for shopping again, because this comes up so often in daily life. If you're looking for a size, you can ask, "Do you have this in medium?" Repeat after me. "Do you have this in medium?" Or, "Do you have this in another color?" Repeat with me. "Do you have this in another color?" These are short, clear, and helpful when shopping for clothes or items. When you want to pay, you can ask, "Can I pay by card?" Repeat after me. "Can I pay by card?" Or, "Do you accept credit cards?" Repeat with me. "Do you accept credit cards?" These phrases are extremely common when traveling or shopping in new places. Notice how many of these phrases start with "could I," "can I," or "would you." These are magic starters in English. They make your requests sound polite, friendly, and natural. So keep practicing them because they'll appear again and again in different contexts. You're doing amazing so far. Every phrase you practice is another tool you can use in daily life. Don't worry if you don't remember them all at once. Fluency builds layer by layer. Each repetition makes the words easier until one day they just come out naturally when you need them. Let's continue practicing more phrases that will make your English conversations smoother and more natural. Remember, it's not about memorizing long sentences. It's about mastering short, powerful expressions that you can use in real life without hesitation. Now let's imagine you're at a doctor's office. When you arrive, you might need to check in by saying, "I have an appointment with Dr. Smith at 10 o'clock. Repeat after me. "I have an appointment with Dr. Smith at 10 o'clock. Or you can say, "I'm here to see the doctor." Repeat with me. "I'm here to see the doctor." These phrases are polite and clear for healthcare situations. If you need to explain how you feel, you can say, "I'm not feeling well." Repeat after me. "I'm not feeling well." Or, "I've had a headache since yesterday." Practice that now. "I've had a headache since yesterday." Giving details like this helps the doctor understand quickly. Another useful one is, "I think I might have a cold." Repeat with me. "I think I might have a cold." When leaving the doctor's office, you can say, "Thank you for your help." Repeat after me. "Thank you for your help." Or, "I really appreciate your time." Try it now. "I really appreciate your time." These small but polite phrases are always important when someone has given you professional care. Now let's move into classroom or meeting environments. If you want to share your opinion, you can start with, "I'd like to add something." Repeat after me. "I'd like to add something." Or, "Can I share my thoughts on this?" Repeat with me. "Can I share my thoughts on this?" These openers make it easier for you to participate actively in group discussions. If you need clarification during a lesson, you might say, "What does that mean?" Repeat after me. "What does that mean?" Or, "Could you give me an example?" Try that now. "Could you give me an example?" These questions show that you're engaged and trying to understand more deeply, which is always a good habit for learners. Now let's focus on travel again, but this time in public transport situations. If you need to confirm, you can ask, "Does this bus go to the city center?" Repeat after me. "Does this bus go to the city center?" Or you can say, "Which train goes to the airport?" Repeat with me. "Which train goes to the airport?" These are simple, but they can save you a lot of stress when you're in an unfamiliar place. If you want to buy a ticket, you might say, "Can I get a ticket to London, please?" Repeat after me. "Can I get a ticket to London, please?" Or, "How much is a return ticket?" Repeat with me. "How much is a return ticket?" In British English, return ticket means round trip, while in American English, people usually say round trip ticket. Both are correct depending on where you are. Now let's move to friendly conversations again. If someone asks how you're doing, you can respond in fun ways too. Instead of only saying good, you might say, "Not too bad." Repeat after me. "Not too bad." Or, "Can't complain." Try that now. Can't complain. These are very common, casual ways native speakers answer, "How are you?" They're not formal, but they make your English sound more relaxed and natural. If you want to ask someone about their day, you can say, "How's your day going so far?" Repeat with me. "How's your day going so far?" Or, "What have you been up to today?" Repeat after me. "What have you been up to today?" These are friendly questions that show real interest in the person, and they keep the conversation flowing. Now let's think about situations where you need help. If you're lost, you can say, "Excuse me, I'm looking for this address." Repeat after me. "Excuse me, I'm looking for this address." Or, "Could you point me in the right direction?" Repeat with me. "Could you point me in the right direction?" These phrases are polite and practical. And when the person helps, remember to respond with, "Thank you so much. That means a lot." Repeat after me. "Thank you so much. That means a lot." If you're in a restaurant or cafe and you need service, you can say, "Excuse me, could we get some water?" Repeat with me. "Excuse me, could we get some water?" Or, "Could I see the menu, please?" Repeat after me. "Could I see the menu, please?" These PA races are polite and sound very natural. And when you're done, you might say, "Everything was delicious, thank you." Repeat, "Everything was delicious, thank you." Now, let's practice giving compliments. Compliments are a wonderful way to make people feel good. You can say, "I like your jacket." Repeat after me. "I like your jacket." Or, "That's a great idea." Repeat with me. "That's a great idea." Compliments don't need to be long. They just need to sound genuine. Another nice one is, "You're really good at this." Practice it now. "You're really good at this." When receiving a compliment, don't just say thanks every time. You can say, "Thanks, that's very kind of you." Repeat after me. "Thanks, that's very kind of you." Or, "I really appreciate that." Try it now. "I really appreciate that." These responses sound more natural and show gratitude. Now let's add some phrases for apologizing in different ways. If you bump into someone accidentally, you can say, Oh, excuse me. Repeat after me. Oh, excuse me. Or, sorry about that. Repeat with me. Sorry about that. If the situation is more serious, you might say, I'm terribly sorry. Repeat after me. I'm terribly sorry. This one shows deeper regret. The way you choose your phrase depends on how serious the mistake is. Now let's add some phrases for expressing excitement. When you hear good news, you can say, "That's wonderful." Repeat after me. "That's wonderful." Or, "I'm so glad to hear that." Repeat with me. "I'm so glad to hear that." Another very common one is, "That's great news." Practice it now. "That's great news." If you want to encourage someone, you can say, "You can do it." Repeat after me. "You can do it." Or, "Don't give up." Repeat with me. "Don't give up." These encouragement phrases are short but powerful. Another one is, "I believe in you." Try that now. "I believe in you." These phrases not only help your English, but also give positivity to the people around you. Now let's practice a little conversation combining many of these phrases. Imagine you meet a friend. You say, "Hey, how's your day going so far?" They reply, "Not too bad. What about you?" You answer, "I've been busy, but I'm doing well." Then they tell you they got a new job. You say, "That's wonderful. I'm so happy for you." They thank you, and you reply, "Thanks. That's very kind of you." Do you feel how all the pieces come together in real conversation? This is how fluency grows, by connecting the phrases you've practiced into natural exchanges. Now let's add some phrases for polite endings of conversations. When you're finishing a phone call, you can say, "It was nice talking to you." Repeat after me. "It was nice talking to you." Or, "Talk to you soon." Repeat with me. "Talk to you soon." These are short, friendly closings that leave a good feeling. If you're leaving a group of friends, you can say, "Take care, everyone." Repeat after me. "Take care, everyone." Or, "See you later." Try that now. "See you later." These are very common, and they help you end conversations naturally. At this point, think about how many different situations you can now handle. At the doctor's office, in class, at work, while shopping, when making plans, or just chatting with friends. You've already collected a huge number of practical, ready-to-use phrases, and every time you repeat them, they become more automatic in your speech. You're doing great. Keep practicing, keep repeating, and imagine yours. Using these in your daily life. That imagination makes your practice powerful, and the more real it feels in your mind, the faster it becomes natural in your mouth. Let's keep going with more useful and natural English phrases. Remember, the best way to make these stick is to practice them out loud, repeat with me, and picture yourself in the situations where you would really use them. Now imagine you're at work and you need to join a conversation politely. You can say, "Sorry to interrupt, but may I add something?" Repeat after me. "Sorry to interrupt, but may I add something?" This phrase helps you enter the discussion politely. Another option is, "If I could just say something here." Repeat with me. "If I could just say something here." These are soft and respectful ways to speak in group conversations. When someone gives you instructions and you understand, you can say, "Got it." Repeat after me. Got it. Or, okay, I'll do that. Repeat with me. Okay, I'll do that. These short responses show understanding and willingness. And if you're not clear, you can always say, just to confirm, you'd like me to. Repeat after me. Just to confirm, you'd like me to. This keeps communication clear and professional. Now let's add phrases for daily routines. When waking up, you might say to yourself, "Time to get up." Repeat after me. Time to get up. Or, I need a cup of coffee. Repeat with me. I need a cup of coffee. These are simple but very real everyday phrases you can practice in your own life. When you leave home, you can say, I'm heading out now. Repeat after me. I'm heading out now. And when you return, you might say, I'm back. Repeat with me. I'm back. Even these small phrases give you practice in sounding natural. Now imagine you're at a supermarket. When asking for help, you might say, "Excuse me, where can I find the bread?" Repeat after me, "Excuse me, where can I find the bread?" Or, "Which aisle is the milk in?" Repeat with me, "Which aisle is the milk in?" These are common, practical, and sound exactly like what you would hear in real-life shopping trips. At checkout, you can say, "Could I have a bag, please?" Repeat after me. "Could I have a bag, please?" Or, "Do you take contactless payments?" Repeat with me. "Do you take contactless payments?" These are especially useful in today's shopping situations, and they help you handle yourself confidently. Now let's talk about expressing feelings. If you're happy, you can say, "I'm feeling great today." Repeat after me. "I'm feeling great today." Or, "I'm in a good mood." Repeat with me. "I'm in a good mood." If you're tired, you can say, "I'm exhausted." Repeat after me. "I'm exhausted." Or, "I could really use some rest." Repeat with me. "I could really use some rest." These kinds of phrases make your English feel more human and real because you're expressing your emotions naturally. When you're surprised, you might say, "Really?" Repeat after me. "Really?" Or, "No way." Repeat with me. "No way." Another common one is, "Are you serious?" Try that now. "Are you serious?" These are casual, fun ways to show emotion in conversation. Now let's practice phrases for making suggestions. You can say, "How about going for a walk?" Repeat after me. "How about going for a walk?" Or, "Why don't we watch a movie?" Repeat with me. "Why don't we watch a movie?" These are natural, friendly ways to suggest activities. If you want to be more formal, you can say, "Would you be interested in joining us for dinner?" Repeat after me. "Would you be interested in joining us for dinner?" When you want to agree to a suggestion, you can say, "That's a good idea." Repeat after me. "That's a good idea." Or, "I'd love to." Repeat with me. "I'd love to." And if you need to say no politely, you can say, "I don't think I can this time." Repeat after me. "I don't think I can this time." Or, "Maybe another day." Repeat with me. "Maybe another day." Now let's add some polite phrases for customer service situations. If you're returning something at a store, you can say, "I'd like to return this, please." Repeat after me. "I'd like to return this, please." Or, "Do you offer refunds?" Repeat with me. "Do you offer refunds?" These are helpful when dealing with store staff. If you need to exchange something, you can say, "Can I exchange this for a different size?" Repeat after me. "Can I exchange this for a different size?" Now let's practice some phrases for talking about plans. If you want to confirm, you can say, "So we're meeting at 6, right?" Repeat after me. "So we're meeting at 6, right?" Or, "Just to double check, tomorrow at noon?" Repeat with me. "Just to double check, tomorrow at noon?" These are phrases native speakers use all the time when confirming details. When you want to postpone, you can say, "Can we reschedule for later?" Repeat after me. "Can we reschedule for later?" Or, "Would it be possible to move it to tomorrow?" Repeat with me. "Would it be possible to move it to tomorrow?" These are polite and respectful ways to adjust plans without sounding rude. Now let's add phrases for everyday encouragement and support. If someone is nervous, you can say, "Don't worry, you'll be fine." Repeat after me. "Don't worry, you'll be fine." Or, "Everything will be okay." Repeat with me. "Everything will be okay." If someone worked hard, you can say, "Great job." Repeat after me. "Great job." Or, "Well done." Repeat with me. "Well done." These short encouragements are common in schools, at work, and with friends and family. Now, let's think about small talk at social events. If you want to start a conversation, you might say, "So, how do you know everyone here?" Repeat after me. "So, how do you know everyone here?" Or, "Have you been to this place before?" Repeat with me. "Have you been to this place before?" These are light and friendly questions that open doors for more conversation. If you want to continue small talk, you can ask, "What do you do for fun?" Repeat after me. "What do you do for fun?" Or, "Do you like traveling?" Repeat with me. "Do you like traveling?" These are everyday conversation builders that keep people talking easily. Now let's add some closing phrases for polite exits. If you need to leave a meeting, you can say, "I'll let you get back to work." Repeat after me. "I'll let you get back to work." Or, "Thanks for your time." Repeat with me. "Thanks for your time." If you're ending a friendly chat, you might say, "It was great catching up." Repeat after me. "It was great catching up." Or, "Let's talk again soon." Repeat with me. "Let's talk again soon." Notice how all these phrases are short, practical, and easy to remember. That's because natural English conversation isn't about complicated grammar. It's about little chunks that carry meaning quickly and clearly. By practicing them with me, you're building a strong library of expressions that you can pull out instantly in daily life. Now let's do a mini role play combining many of these phrases. Imagine you're meeting a friend at a cafe. You say, "Hey, how are you doing?" They reply, "I'm exhausted, but I'm okay." You respond, "Don't worry, everything will be okay." Then you suggest, "How about watching a movie later?" They answer, "That's a good idea." When you finish your coffee, you say, "Everything was delicious, thank you." And as you leave, you say, "It was great catching up. Let's talk again soon." Doesn't that sound like a real conversation you could have tomorrow? That's exactly why we're practicing these phrases now. Every phrase you practice is another step toward natural fluency. The more you speak them aloud, the more confident you'll become. And remember, fluency is not perfection. It's connection. Your goal is not to sound like a textbook, but to connect naturally with people in everyday life. You've done an amazing job so far, and now let's finish this lesson strong with even more natural and practical English phrases. This is the last stretch, so really focus on repeating after me, feeling the rhythm, and imagining yourself using these phrases in real daily conversations. Let's start with phrases for offering help. If you see someone struggling, you can say, "Do you need a hand with that?" Repeat after me, "Do you need a hand with that?" Another option is, "Can I help you with anything?" Repeat with me, "Can I help you with anything?" These phrases make you sound thoughtful and friendly. If you want to be even more polite, you can say, "Would you like me to help you with that?" Try it now. Would you like me to help you with that? When someone offers help to you, you can respond with, "That would be great, thanks." Repeat after me, "That would be great, thanks." Or, "I'd really appreciate it." Repeat with me, "I'd really appreciate it." These responses show gratitude and keep the interaction positive. Now let's add phrases for everyday encouragement you can use with friends and coworkers. If someone is nervous, you might say, "You'll do great." Repeat after me, "You'll do great." Or, "I know you can handle this." Repeat with me, "I know you can handle this." If someone is trying something new, you can say, "Give it a try." Repeat after me, "Give it a try." Or, "Why not go for it?" Repeat with me, "Why not go for it?" Next, let's practice phrases for expressing preferences. If someone asks you what you'd like, you can say, "I'd prefer tea, please." Repeat after me, "I'd prefer tea, please." Or, "I'd rather stay in tonight." Repeat with me, "I'd rather stay in tonight." These are short but very natural ways to express what you want politely. If you don't really care, you can say, "I don't mind." Repeat after me, "I don't mind." Or, "Either is fine with me." Try that now. Either is fine with me. Now let's practice some phrases for apologizing in different contexts. If you're late to meet someone, you can say, "Sorry for keeping you waiting." Repeat after me, "Sorry for keeping you waiting." If you missed a message, you might say, "Sorry, I didn't see your text." Repeat with me, "Sorry, I didn't see your text." And if you want to apologize in a professional setting, you can say, "I apologize for the delay." Repeat after me, "I apologize for the delay." These phrases are polite, respectful, and useful in many situations. Now let's move into phrases for daily motivation. If you want to encourage yourself or someone else, you can say, "One step at a time." Repeat after me, "One step at a time." Or, "Keep going, you're making progress." Repeat with me, "Keep going, you're making progress." Another uplifting one is, "Every day is a new beginning." Repeat after me, "Every day is a new beginning." Using motivational phrases in English is not only good for language learning, but it also builds your confidence emotionally. Now let's add some phrases for technology situations. If you're on a video call and can't hear, you can say, "Could you speak a little louder?" Repeat after me. "Could you speak a little louder?" Or, "I think you're on mute." Repeat with me. "I think you're on mute." These are very common in today's world. If your internet drops, you can say, "Sorry, I lost connection for a moment." Repeat after me. "Sorry, I lost connection for a moment." These are everyday tech-related expressions that you'll hear and use often. Now let's practice some short, casual responses that make your English flow naturally. If someone tells you something interesting, you can respond with, "That makes sense." Repeat after me. "That makes sense," or "I get it." Repeat with me. "I get it." If someone tells you a story, you might say, "Wow, really?" Repeat after me. "Wow, really?" Or, "That's interesting." Repeat with me. "That's interesting." These little responses show that you're listening and engaged in the conversation. Now let's focus on closing conversations warmly. If you're saying goodbye to a friend, you can say, "Take care." Repeat after me. "Take care," or "Have a good one." Repeat with me. "Have a good one." That's a very common casual goodbye in American English. Another one is, "See you around." Repeat after me. "See you around." Or, "Catch you later." Repeat with me. "Catch you later." All of these are short, friendly, and make your English sound natural. Let's put many of these phrases into a short final role play so you can feel how they work together. Imagine you meet a friend at a store. You say, "Hey, good to see you again." They reply, "Yeah, it's been a while. How have you been?" You answer, "I've been busy, but I'm doing well." They say, "Same here. Do you need a hand with those bags?" You reply, "That would be great, thanks." Later, when you're ready to leave, you say, "It was great catching up. Take care and talk to you soon." Doesn't that sound like a natural conversation? That's because these phrases are the real building blocks of daily English. You've now practiced 100 phrases for daily conversation. Phrases for greetings, small talk, shopping, restaurants, travel, work, school, phone calls, social life, and so much more. Every single one of these can appear in your daily life, and the more you practice them out loud, the faster they'll become automatic in your speech. Remember, fluency isn't about big, complicated words. It's about using simple, natural phrases confidently, again and again. I want you to feel proud of yourself right now. You've stayed with me through all these phrases, and you've built a powerful foundation for your English conversations. Every time you practice, you're not only learning English, you're building the confidence to connect with people, to express yourself, and to live more comfortably in an English-speaking environment. And before we close, let me remind you gently, daily practice makes all the difference. Even if you practice just 10 minutes a day, repeat these phrases, imagine the conversations, and slowly you'll notice your English becoming smoother, clearer, and more natural. You don't need perfection. You just need consistency and confidence. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I truly enjoyed guiding you through these 100 phrases, and I hope you feel inspired to keep practicing every day. You're doing better than you think, and I'm proud of you for sticking with it. Keep going, because your English will only get stronger from here. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss future lessons. Until next time, keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and remember, you've got this.